Y'all to the Tuesday, October 8th, 2024 meeting of the Denton County Commissioners Court. We're glad to have everybody here in attendance with us, and I know several people are viewing online. Welcome. We're excited to have you. I would like to remind everybody to turn off your cell phones. At this time, I'd like to welcome forward for our invocation Blakely Bland from our 4-H club. So Blakely's going to lead us in our invocation, and our pledges would be led by Maddie Hollins, going to lead us in our U.S. pledge, and Sierra McCarty is going to lead us, and they are from she's going to lead us in the Texas flag pledge, and they are from the Heart of Texas and the Silver Saddle 4-H Club. So let's welcome them.
Jesus, we lift up our local leaders today. We pray for our mayor, city council, county commissioners, police chiefs, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Strengthen them with wisdom and grace for the heavy burdens they carry. May they manage their teams and projects with love, keep their hearts pure and their eyes turned towards your face as they work in the best interests of the people they are called to serve. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Nice prayer.
Okay, we're all standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Y'all did a great job. All right, we have one individual registered for a public comment form, and that's Mr. Charles Lee. Good morning, Mr. Lee. It's good to see you. I would remind you we have a 3-minute time limit. Okay, so go right ahead, Mr. Lee.
Yes, good morning. My name is Charles Lee. I just want to make some comments on the election system.
Okay.
I went to the election workers training, and I found it very informative and, in my opinion, very disturbing, because I got all this material right here, this whole book right here, extremely detailed. I don't know how, like, you expect, like, volunteers, people that are, like, that have no kind of legal training to go through a 234-page book and know the details and the intricacies of election law. And then I also counted, there's got to be at least, I'm not exact, but I say there's got to be at least 20-something different forms.
Okay.
And there's like, and you got to know every form. You have to know how to fill out every form. And I'm saying, I don't understand, I don't think, and you say that every form is going to be filled out exactly. I found that a big problem. See, what the problem is here, people got to understand, there's a security and convenience is a sliding scale. The more convenient you make something, the less secure it's going to be. The more secure you make it, the less convenient it's going to be. So so you got certain people of the liberal persuasion, they want to make voting extremely convenient. But once you make it something extremely convenient, you're going to leave security holes. And then to have all these forms, and then nobody knows how to fill out the forms correctly. And you also, at the same time, there's no verification that the people who fill out these forms are putting down the accurate information. So you're just opening up all kind of fraud. And then at the same time, you got a form for this, you got a form for, you have all these machines, and then all have to be serialized, they all have to be verified, they all have to be on a new form. And then you want to go to what you call voting centers. Now that's going to create more forms for these election workers to fill out. That the next thing you know, you're going to have errors of those. And then when it comes down to the certification process, if anybody brings up it could be anything wrong with the elections, now all of a sudden you want to start putting people under criminal penalties if they don't want to certify the election. I find that very disturbing. It's a much simpler way we could do this. It's in the Texas election code. We can go back to the same day voting, hand paper count, and you can eliminate half these forms, and it becomes a much more simpler process. And that's all I have to say. And everybody have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Phone number on
Mine
his
has an
form.
email. We can get, Mr. Lee, we can be sure to get your contact information so Commissioner Edmondson can follow up. That'd be great. Next is Melinda Preston. Good morning. Good to see you, Ms. Preston.
Good morning. Melinda with Citizens Defending Freedom. I, too, attended the class. I have been an election clerk for many years. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Frank, for making it easier for us, for letting us know. I mean, he has it down to go to this place, find this. In the past, it's been a little bit difficult to know what really to do. And they have it so organized now that I feel totally confident, even though I've done this for years, that you have situations that you run into that you're like, I'm not sure about this. He has a way for us to be able to find out what to do. So that even the cabinet is more organized for us. They did a fantastic job and spent many, many, many hours getting this together. So the books are great. They're going to have it in the cabinet for us so that we can go to each page. It's going to be marked what it is for us. We've never had that in the past. So I want to say thank you. The work that they did was off the charts, and I know they spent many, many hours trying to get this worked up for us to have these classes. And they had, what, 1,200 people go through it, 1,500
Yeah.
people?
Over
Some
1,000.
and crazy amount of people went through. And then Judge Eads even gave a little, there was a video that he taught and he welcomed all of us. It was just a great time. Now, can we improve? There's always improvement. We're always going to be improving. He even says that. Frank Phillips says there's always going to be something that we can improve on. But fantastic job on the class, fantastic job on the information, and this is going to be a much easier election for all of us who are working at the polls. Thank you.
Thank you, Melinda. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know our elections team did a great job of planning. They were over at the Embassy Suites hotels for many days this last week, training people. So I appreciate all thank you, Mr. Lee and Melinda. Thank you both for being there and going to that training. Like I said, I think it was about 1,200 people, election workers that we processed. So thank you. All right, let's have our purchasing department come forward. Item 3A. I know we got our purchasing department here. We got y'all come forward. We're going to acknowledge y'all, Scott, and your team. Bright light.
Yeah. Good morning, Judge,
It's okay.
Commissioners.
It's all right. Well, good morning. So this is item 3A is recognition of the Denton County Purchasing Department's 29th Annual Achievement of Excellence in Procurement Award for 2024. And Scott, would you go ahead and outline that a little bit for us?
So this is an award that was set up, 29 years ago by the National Procurement Institute. It's a way of us to measure the job that we're doing, okay? It keeps us at the brink of being on the forefront of what's happening in procurement, okay? And so our staff here works diligently every day to become perfect at what we do. We know perfection is hard to attain, but through that, we have achieved the excellence to receive the award year after year. And it's not about me, it's about these people that work in the office every day. They're the ones that are striving, they're the ones that are doing the work. And so I want to say thank you to them and how much I appreciate the work they do. With that, I want to thank Commissioners Court for providing us the resources that we need to do our jobs. I want to thank Jeff May, Alejandro. We work directly and very closely with them on a daily basis on nearly all of our procurements. It's a whole team. Then we even go down to the elected officials and the department heads and their purchasing liaisons that work in those departments. They do a lot of the procurement work too. They're out there getting some of their quotes. They're the subject matter experts that help us get them what they need. And we're here to provide that service to them.
Perfect. Well, I do want to I want to thank y'all. This doesn't just happen. It's not something you just renew. It's based on all the best practices that y'all have adopted through the years. And not only does it help us to, not only does this award demonstrate a report card on what your department's doing, but the good work that y'all do in going out to find the best bidders for the best price also saves the taxpayers dollars. And so, and that is who we all work for. And so I think that's important to note. And I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for working here at Denton County, be part of our Denton County work family. I know that you have a tough job. Sometimes you're stuck between a vendor and a department or elected official, and you got a timeline, and we're trying to need to get something turned around fast for whatever reason that we need to get it done, procured quickly, and you are nimble and flexible on your schedules and having to juggle many different priorities, and I thank y'all for what y'all do. So any other comments, members? All right, well, congratulations. So I will,
Judge,
yes, go right ahead.
Judge,
Yes.
one other thing, if you don't mind.
Yes.
I want to recognize two people in my office, Kim Stallo and TK Stasny. They're the ones that put this application together and submit it.
Perfect.
And so there's a lot of work that goes into that process also. And then on top of that, TK serves the National Procurement Institute. She is one of the evaluators. And they evaluated, I believe, over 300 applications this year.
Peer review. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to recognize them for the effort that they put forward in preparing and evaluating these.
Well, thank you for not only being involved here in our department, but being involved in your profession beyond our county. So thank you for being involved. All right, well.
Thank you.
This is a recognition. I'll go ahead and move for approval that we accept this. And then so, do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations.
I understand. That's great. All right. Next is item 3B. This is approval of a proclamation recognizing October the 6th through the 12th, 2024 as National 4-H Week in any appropriate action. Who do we have with us from AgriLife? There we go. All right, good, Stephen. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Thank you for having us here to celebrate National 4-H Week. Do you remember navigating life's challenges as a kid? The world has changed and it's moving fast. It feels like things are moving even faster and things are becoming even harder than when we were kids. Yet for nearly 117 years, Texas 4-H has been there. Just like the generations before us, we are preparing today's youth to be beyond ready. Ready to serve, ready to build, ready to conquer, and ready to succeed. Through dynamic programs, we have proven that these programs work, and they develop skills in our youth such as leadership, confidence, team building, problem solving, and so much more. We are preparing the next generation to be beyond ready. Today I'm joined with a representation of Denton County 4-H with me today, some of our office staff, some of our 4-H families, and some of our members. This is just a representation of what we have in Denton County. Last school year, or last 4-H year, we reached 400 kids through our traditional 4-H program and through our multiple outreach programs that our other volunteer organizations through our office help with. We were able to reach over 14,000 youth in Denton County. So I just want to thank you all for your continued support of our program. Thank you for helping us celebrate National 4-H Week, and thank you for helping us have our youth be beyond ready.
Perfect. Well, great. Well, let me read this proclamation. This is Beyond Ready, the 2024 National 4-H Week proclamation. And whereas the Denton County Commissioners Court is proud to honor the Texas 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service for 117 years, providing experience-based education to youth throughout the Lone Star State. And whereas this admirable program, which seeks to provide a learning experience for all youth through their head, heart, hands, and health, helps young Texans to acquire knowledge, develop life skills, and form attitudes to enable them to become self-directed, productive, and contributing members of our society. And whereas the program's more than 550,000 urban, suburban, rural youth participants ranging in age from 8 to 18 come from diverse ethnic and socioeconomic backgrounds and truly represent a cross-section of the state. And whereas the program undoubtedly could not have achieved the success that it has today were it not for the service of its more than 30,000 volunteers who have given generously of their time, talents, energies, and resources to the youth of Texas. And whereas throughout its proud history, the 4-H program has developed positive role models for countless Texans through its innovative and inspiring programs, it continues to build character and instill the values that have made our state strong. And now, therefore, be it resolved, the Denton County Commissioners Court does hereby designate October the 6th through the 12th, 2024 as National 4-H Week in Texas and commends the 4-H Youth Development Program of the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the many men and women who have made the program a success. Done in open court this the 8th day of October 2024 upon a motion made by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? Well, I wanted to say it is so great that we have this dynamic program that is developing leaders in our county, all across our county. There's clubs and programs, and I really want to thank, again, the volunteers that help make it possible, the parents who help support the program, and obviously the kids who are involved in the program. So thank you all so much. It's so great to see y'all come into the program, and we get to see y'all throughout the year at different events, and then see y'all grow up and mature and go through the program and go off and live a successful life because of what 4-H has meant to you. So thank you. Thank you. Any other comments?
I just want to thank you again. What about just a few words from the proclamation, talking about building character and installing values that have made our state strong. I want to thank you all for working with our young people to make sure that they value themselves as well as others, excuse me, and have the confidence to go out and be great American citizens. Thank you for all that you do, and I appreciate you so much. And I've loved working with you all these years, and prayerfully I'll be able to continue to do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else? Go ahead, Commissioner.
I really like your title, Beyond Ready. You know, we expect people to be ready to do certain things. I love it that 4-H is beyond ready. Thank you for doing that.
Perfect. All right. We have a motion and a second. Before we do, I want to give a shout out to Mary Bridges over here. She's such a great, she's been involved in 4-H for decades and coordinates the baking contest, the judging of that every year with hundreds of entries. And so I want to give her a big hand. I appreciate all that she does. With them to judge the kids' agriculture and the submissions of the different plants they grow and all that. And I looked over there at all the cakes and pies, and I said, I want to judge that next year. So we've been doing that every year since then. So it's a lot of fun. You do a great job of coordinating that. So, all right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Congratulations. Let's have everyone line up here.
Get my babies.
making it easy. I didn't have those on my crutches ever. It's a new way of doing it. I bet. No, it's okay. You can say you did it. No problem. I know. Yeah, Halloween's like, they skipped right over it just as fast as they can, you know? I'm like, come on.
95 this weekend.
Yeah, exactly, it was. And I'm like, no, when you were saying Christmas, I'm like, yeah, I can't believe it's like right around the corner.
No.
Where's the pan?
Fall usually isn't one afternoon. Here, you need some here.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know about.
They took yours away. Oh, you got a tiny one.
This is still my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't? Oh, well, we'll make that happen. We'll get you a whole basket.
Oh, then I'll start using it. I was afraid.
Well, Diane, you need to give some of those to Diane. So. Yeah, she was here.
Oh,
She was here.
For all the ones we get.
We didn't get.
That was a fun day. All right, do we have Judge B? Okay. Let's go to item 2, our consent agenda. Members, are there any, do we have a motion for approval or?
Move to approve.
The agenda as presented. We have a motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Our consent agenda today consists of item 2A, approval of order making appointments, and item 2B, approval of miscellaneous equipment and software services and any appropriate action, and 2C, approval of payroll. Let's go to item 5A, approval of bill report payments from CSCD, Community Corrections, TAIP, Sheriff's Training, Sheriff's Forfeiture, VIT interest, and DA forfeiture funds are presented for recording purposes only. Mr. May.
Thank you, Judge. I have no changes today. Recommend approval as presented.
All right, thank you, sir. Do we have a motion for approval? Motion by Commissioner Mitchell, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6A, approval of specifications of authority to advertise for ITB 242830, Nell Road Approach widening, and any appropriate action.
Move to approve.
We have a motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6B, approval of the acceptance of $26,540.70 in vouchers from Amazon to the Denton County Sheriff's Office and to the Department of Transportation and Engineering through the Texas Association of Counties Risk Management Pool, TAC RPM 2024 Employee Safety Equipment Program. Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6C, approval of acknowledgement of notification of acquisition and vendor name change of Howard Mortuary to Coleman Mortuary and Crematory. Motion by Commissioner Mitchell,
Second.
second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6D, approval exemption from bidding for the sole source purchase of the network management system Provision from Aviat Networks Incorporated for the management of the Denton County trunked radio system in the amount of $66,413 for a term of 3 years.
Move to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is item 6E, approval of change of vehicle recommended for purchase during the fiscal year 2025 regular budget session and approved by Commissioners Court for Constable Precinct 3 as recommended by the Vehicle Assessment Committee, the VAC.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion?
Discussion. real quick,
Yes,
if you don't mind,
oh,
Judge?
perfect, go right ahead.
So I think this is I mention this because I think it's a perfect example of probably what citizens don't understand, that, how we put things together. So we have a committee that does vehicles. On that committee, there's, a few of us and we have voting. And this came through, and I think it's imperative to understand that we don't always agree, on whether this should or should not be approved. And it was actually a 3-2 vote. It was 2-2, and then there was somebody that voted that put it to where it was approved. So what I want to explain is we do have things, checks and balances in place. This is a perfect example where there were some that approved and some that did not. And so I feel that I'm very confident in the way that we handle business, and that's something I wanted to make sure I mentioned today. So thank you,
Good, very
Judge.
good, thank you. All right, we have a motion, a second. Any other comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6F, approval of request to send a current pool vehicle, a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria FC09101, used by vehicle maintenance to surplus and replace it with a 2010 Chevy Tahoe CT10406, currently in surplus as recommended by the Vehicle Assessment Committee.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 6G, approval of the purchase of a pipe touch button real-time system from Timekeeping Systems Incorporated through the DIR Cooperative Contract DIR CPO 4779, the amount of $47,015.90 to be purchased with American Rescue Plan Act ARPA funds and any appropriate action.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. We're going to pull 6H. It's going to be pulled at the request of the Purchasing Department. We proceed to 8A, report from Human Resource regarding hiring actions of elected officials. This is presented for recording purposes only. Julie, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. We have 2 promotions in the County Clerk's office, 1 promotion in the District Attorney's office, 1 rehire, and 1 promotion in the District Clerk, 3 new hires in juvenile probation, 1 promotion in the Sheriff's office, and 2 promotions in the Tax Assessor Collector's office.
Good, thank you. Again, that is presented for recording purposes only. Let's proceed to item 12A, approval of purchase of a single-duty weapon by Denton County Sheriff's Office Investigator Eddie Puckett following his honorable retirement on October the 18th, 2024.
Move to second.
Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. And Eddie, I want to thank you for your service with the county. Next is 13A, approval of request to accept grant funding awarded by the Texas Judicial Commission on Mental Health Community Diversion Coordinator Pilot Program Continuation Grant for year 4 of 4 in an amount of $51,300 and any appropriate action. Motion by Commissioner Edmondson, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 13B, approval of the nominations of the Denton Central Appraisal District Board of Directors. We'll handle that after executive session. Let's go to item 13C, approval of change order number 4 for the Denton County Courthouse on the Square HVAC renovation project to provide trenching for refrigerant lines from chiller yard to building and up to the chase through the roof per PCO number 14, increasing the contract the amount of $253,757.23.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Mitchell. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14A, approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between Denton County, Texas and Legends Ranch Municipal Utility District of Denton County for the ad valorem tax collection as recommended by the Denton County Tax Assessor Collector.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Williams. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14B, approval of the interlocal cooperation agreement between Denton County, Texas and Collin County, Texas to provide updates and services to Collin County through a service addendum for TechShare Juvenile with TechShare Local Government Services as recommended by Kevin Carr, Chief Information Officer.
Move to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Falconer. Any discussion?
Could I just
Yes.
make it quick? So, thank you, Judge. We, as you know, I'm on the TechShare board, and I just want to just thank Kevin for his support here. I think that TechShare is doing very well. We've had a couple of years that I think you all are aware of, but having kind of separated from the CUC, but the team has done very well. We've got a new permanent director now, and she's doing great. And but it is still imperative that this is kind of a sharing, cooperative type thing. And so someone may say, well, what is Collin County helping? The more we have buying into the software, the more that burden of the software production and maintenance gets spread out. So this actually saves us money, and it also helps with the data collection across multiple counties. So I'm excited to see what's happening at TechShare and appreciate the support by you all on that.
Perfect, good. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next is 14C, approval of the software as a service addendum between Denton County and TechShare Local Government Corporation with funding in the amount of $328,648 to come from auditor line item 0166612075 as recommended by Kevin Carr, Chief Information Officer.
Move to approve.
With a motion by Commissioner Falconer, second by Commissioner Edmondson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next, let's go to item 17, community updates. We'll start with Commissioner Precinct 1.
No, sir. Nothing today, sir.
No report, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Falconer.
Thank you, Judge. Well, we've got several of our fall things happening across the county in Precinct 2. I'll start with the Colony Family Fright Fest coming up on October 12th. Sounds scary. That will be at Stewart Creek Park from 3 to 7 on the 12th. The Little Elm has Mustang Sally Productions Car Show. That's on the 13th from 10 to 2, and that's on the lawn. And then we have in Frisco, Coffee with the Mayor on the 11th at 8 a.m. That's at the Public Library Community Room. And then we have Bird Walk at the Frisco Commons Park on the 11th from 9 to 10. And then the Frisco Campout on the 12th at 2 o'clock till 10:30 in the morning the next day. And that will be at Frisco Commons Park. Then going into Crossroads. Crossroads has their summer market, and that's October 12th at 9 to 2. That's at Crossroads Park. And then Boss Ladies of North Texas. That will be on the 13th from 1 to 4 at Crossroads Park also. And then in Carrollton, several events. We have Elm Fork's Night of Fright. That's the 11th at 2 to 4, and that's at Elm Fork Nature Center. The Perry Pumpkin Patch and Craft Fair. That's at the Perry Museum on October 12th, 10 to 2. And the Friends of the Carrollton Public Library book sale. That's at the Hebron and Josie Library on the 12th from 10 to 5. And then on the 13th from 1:30 to 3 is Pause to Read, and that's pause like P-A-W-S. So that's because we're going to have a certified therapy dog there reading at the Carrollton Public Library at Hebron and Josie.
The dog reads?
Helping to read.
I'll go to that if the dog is reading.
Yeah.
If he can read, I'll be there if that dog can read.
He's a therapy
Well,
dog.
therapy
so
dog or
he's
whatever,
trained.
that's specially trained.
Yeah,
I'm there.
yeah.
Head with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner,
That would've
thank
gotten
you.
everybody excited to listen.
Commissioner Mitchell.
We have the Lake City's Chamber of Commerce luncheon on tomorrow at 11:30 to 1 at Sneaky Pete's. Flower Mound Lakeside Music Series on October the 11th at Lakeside. On the 15th, we have the annual Marcus Marquette's Arts and Craft Fair at the Marcus High School from 9 to 4, October the 12th. We have the concerts in the park in Holland Village at October the 12th, 7 to 9 p.m. And then in Louisville, we have the Thrive Acoustic Jam, October the 11th at Thrive on Valley Parkway in Louisville, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then we have an exciting one, Battle of the Badges, October the 12th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., a softball tournament between local police departments and fire departments. Then we have Layla Open House on October the 12th at 10 a.m. in Louisville. And that's all I have this week.
Very good, Commissioner Edmondson.
Well, let's start off with Denton. They have Halloween month. And so all month, they're out scaring people and dressing up and all that. So we do have a full month of Halloween here in Denton. I'm looking up one other thing. And there's a few things specifically. There's a Wellness and Nature Walks, which is the 9th at the Denton Civic Center. And it's a dementia-friendly Denton County and Elm Fork chapter master naturalists. They're giving a guided walk through one of Denton's parks. There's a Parents' Night Out on the 11th for kids to come to the Civic Center and enjoy games and activities. Pizza and a drink are included. You need to register with the City of Denton and pay the fee. Fall Migratory Bird Day. Did somebody else have something about birds? I think Kevin did, yeah. Well, this is the Migratory Bird Day. That's going to be at the Clear Creek Natural Heritage Center. In Argyle, the 12th Argyle Lions Club Sporting Clay Shoot will be held on the 17th. And I'd like to mention that on, let's see, the 12th, which is Saturday, at Robeson Ranch, they're having their annual holiday market. Everybody's invited to come and shop there. In Fort Worth, they're having a neat thing called Swinging for Education. It's on the 22nd, and it's at Big Shots Golf. All proceeds from this event will go to scholarships for NCTC students attending Denton County campuses. And then, over in Haslett, they've still got their Reading to Rover. I don't think their dogs read, Kevin. I think the dogs in Haslett just listen when the kids read. And in Roanoke, we're having Celebrate Roanoke Street Festival on the 12th from noon until 10 p.m. And then in Trophy Club, they've got Coffee with a Cop, which I think is a great idea, October 16th, and it connects with local police officers. So they'd ask people to drop by to chat and ask questions. And Judge, that's it for Precinct 4.
Perfect. I want to mention a couple things real quickly. On Saturday, October the 12th, from 9 to 1 over at the Denton County Historical Park, we're going to have our Office of History and Culture is going to do our Denton Dig It, and that's our archaeology fair, which is going to be super fun. And then we have a blood drive for the American Red Cross Friday, October the 18th at the Justin Town Hall. So I think that is very important. So that's a AFE blood drive sponsored by the American Red Cross over in the city of Justin. Speaking of the historical park, Commissioner Mitchell and I were at a breakfast this morning at 7 o'clock for the Denton Black Film Festival as they are rolling out a new project called Quakertown, USA, about the story, the Quakertown story here at the early part of the 20th century that happened right here in the city of Denton. And I just want to say we were both very proud of the contributions that Denton County has made to that project. And number one, starting with the historic preservation of the story, the artifacts, the photographs, the oral histories, and actually 2 Quakertown houses. And so it was great for us to be there this morning watching some clips of the movie that was actually filmed at our Denton County Historical Park. And I just want to commend our previous commissioners' courts who have spent money diligently in partnership with the city of Denton in preserving those 2 buildings with the local hotel motel taxes from the city of Denton, and our museum staff and all the volunteers who have contributed and donated to keep that story alive and to preserve that story. And so it was great. I've been working on it for years, and now it's going to be into a movie and to go around the world telling that story. And Commissioner Mitchell, do you want to say anything to that effect?
It's interesting. I attended one of the movies on last year, and I lived one of them. I was amazed at how they picked up everything about what had gone on during that time. And as y'all know, I'm pretty seasoned, so I've lived during the times when all those things went on. But, I didn't learn about Quakertown until I got on the commissioner's court.
Right, yeah.
And so, and it's been going on for many years, but it's a great event that they're doing, and I'm looking forward to seeing this one also. Yeah. It doesn't hurt every once in a while to go back and see what has happened, even for the people that it affected, and it affects all of us, but the ones that have lived it, it doesn't hurt every once in a while to go back so you can see where you came from, and that to know where you're going, and to accept the fact that, oh my goodness, look how far we've come. What a blessing it is. And I'm a living witness to that blessing that has come all these years, that I am better for what I've gone through. I don't have a sad story to tell. All I say is praise God.
All right, amen.
Commissioner Mitchell, you may be well seasoned, but it's with Tabasco sauce.
That's right.
All right, let's go to our executive session today is item 15A, Texas Government Code 551072, deliberation regarding real property, closed meeting to deliberate the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property for deliberation. An open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the position of a governmental body in negotiation with a third person. 15B, Texas Government Code 55107445A1, personal matters, closed meeting, deliberate the appointment of a public officer to the Denton Central Appraisal District Board of Directors, any appropriate action. And it is 9:46, we're in executive session.